We good? We good? We good? All right, let's get this over with. This is crock pot, ground beef, and potato casserole.
I'm gonna get this part out the way. Don't forget the food.
All right, cooking and grilling with AB. You don't have to move the fucking bowl around like a goddamn seductress, okay? It's not a good look for a man.
Full ingredient list is gonna be on my website. That's smokingandgrillingwithab.com, and that's WITAB.com. Now, listen, when you look at these ingredients right here, and it's gonna show you the tools that we're gonna be using. Obviously, it's in the title of the name. We're using the crock pot, right? We got some canned goods right here. We got some other ingredients, but listen, we got some ground beef and we got potatoes. I like to use the Yukon Gold. These are the little small ones. You know, sometimes if I can get them bigger, I can. You know what I mean? But we're gonna need about 4 cups. We got a little bit of green onion we're gonna be using. We got sour cream. You know, of course, we're gonna have fresh black crack. We got kosher salt. And again, it's all on my website, fully downloadable, screenshotable, and all of that, right? And then if you guys take a look at some of the recipes on there, you can see that there's a little heart on there. If you guys want to save these recipes, you can save them right there. You can go through my whole website and just save what you want to save, and it's always at your fingertips. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and put this food in this crock pot. Okay, so if you guys come in, you can see I got like a little bit of a medium, just a medium flame underneath the bottom. This is already starting to get hot, right? So, I'm using 80-20 ground beef. Like that's normally what I cook with, unless I'm looking to get less, you know, fat. So what I'm doing here is just adding a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, right? We're gonna run this around. Now it's gonna render its own fat, but I still want to brown with just having something like that on there. Now I'm using a hex-clad pot, right? So, excuse me, a hex-clad pan. Look, I just open this up, drop this in like that, and I just leave it alone. Now, this part over here, sometimes I say it, sometimes I don't, but I gotta stay true to the game. Listen, you always gotta have hot, soapy water at the ready, right? Now here's something that I usually do. There wasn't no need to do it for that, but listen, I like to just rinse it out because I don't want to take all the residue. Like just say I had something that left a film in here, I don't like to get that in my water. You know what I mean? You guys do it how you want to do it, but that's...
What you want to do is save hundreds when Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
That's great, but can you ask your friend to stop digging into the green?
Just like a good practice. Now, when we come back over here, I can hear it. I hope you guys can hear it. It's sizzling. It's doing great. You know what I mean? I'm just putting a little...
Why would you even put that in a bowl? To be brutally honest.
Here on the bottom, let me get this set up for me this way. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use my meat masher. Talk to me down in the comment section below and tell me how many of y'all have gotten one of these. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I had one of them. They're garbage. Just use a fucking spatula. It does the exact same thing. This thing is fucking useless. If you like it, fine. Use whatever you want. But for my money, that thing is fucking useless.
I mean, you gotta have one of these, folks. Now listen, these work for all you guys that have like they're a little bit more the inexpensive pans that have like that coating inside of there that say there's non-stick. When you use metal utensils inside of that, what that does is like, if you ask...
I just use a plastic spatula. Again, it does the exact same fucking job.
Me, it chips that chemical off, right? And then if we ingest it, you know, like I'm not no conspiracy theorist or nothing like that, but I don't want to eat that and I don't want to ingest it, right? So I be thinking to myself, like, is this why we have so many cancers? You know what I mean? So why not use plastic, you know, rubber and neoprene, you know, products and so.
I love how you're complaining about microplastics coming off as you're using a plastic utensil in a hot pan. I mean, I love you, AB. But I mean, think about what you're saying.
Out of here. But if you guys are using hex-clad, you guys know that there's no coating in here. It's actually the etched design that makes it non-stick. I know I'm on a medium flame, right? I've already started cutting my potatoes. You just want to cut them into bite-sized pieces, right? So I'm just breaking this up. All we're gonna do is brown it. Believe me, once you got it broken up, and you don't see any more pink, like where I'm at right now, I'm finna turn this off. Right? I just turned my fire off.
Ugh.
And I'm just making sure that it's completely brown.
Now, in this instance, I probably wouldn't drain it because, yeah, you'll need all the burger grease to cook the potatoes.
Right? You want to have something like that. Now, let me come back to this part right here. We're going to cut these down into bite-sized pieces. Right? So it's up to you. What do you think your bite-sized piece is? You know what I mean? This is for me. Right? Little pieces like this. You want to try to keep them all and get them as uniform as possible. After everything is cut, I've drained the grease. That's right there as you want to do, folks. You want to drain your fat. You know what I mean? I do it a different way. I don't know, some of you guys might want to take the same method. I just take myself a couple of paper towels. I scrape everything over here to the side like this. I put my paper towels right here and just tilt it and let the paper towel do the absorption, right? It didn't render enough fat for me to be, having to get a screen or nothing to hold all of my beef back. But that right there will get it nice and dry. As you guys can see, look at that. And it retains just a little bit of moisture, right? So with that being said, I got my crock pot. I went ahead and pulled out the ceramic pot, right? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna layer. So now that we got our potatoes cut, we just add these in here. Right, we add these down to the bottom. Let's say about 4 cups. I think that'll be about 4 cups, you know what I mean? If not, anyway, I'm a meat and potato guy anyway, right? So if I got more potato, I don't mind, right? Ain't nothing wrong with the starch. Don't forget, on my website, I'll have a number for you. Probably will be about 4 cups. That sounds about right. Right, so let me go ahead and take a picture of this, because when you look at it, this is how you guys see the steps. That's one of the cool things about going to the recipe too. You know what I mean? Along with the video, after you guys look at it, you can see when I say layer, it shows you that. And this one seems to be just a little bit on the bigger side. For me, let's go ahead and cut that down. Right, get that in there. All right, now that we have the potatoes in, now check this out. Now we're getting ready. You know what, let's do it like this. I'm gonna go ahead and add the ground beef on like this. Now, normally, because I'm trying to stay true to, having a recipe for you guys, I probably would have put myself a couple of pounds of ground beef, a lot more. So, you know what? That's just really like doubling it. But, when you're trying to come up with these recipes and you're trying to, get the amounts and the measurements and all of that, it takes you got to have a starting point.
Why don't you just dump it all in and spread it around? I don't know what you're doing with this recipe, AB. I love you, but you're being fucking retarded with this one.
Right, so this was like a little bit better. So now we got our sauce here. These already been opened. When it comes to my beans, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and drain them. You got the liquid on the top, right? So if we come over here, keep your top. Sometimes I take things and I put them into I could have took this and put it in my colander and rinsed them, but that's not it. You want to get some of this flavor here. I just get off the majority of it. Right? We just leave it like that. Once it slows down a little bit more, and that's good enough. All right, come on. Now we just take this, and now we go ahead and put these beans right on the top, right?
So is he
kind of
making
distribute them a little bit so
potatoes and chili or
right?
What?
There we go. And then we got our sauce. All right, now that we have that in there, now really the only thing left. So I probably should have said something. Sour cream, chives, whether you guys got fresh or dried, those work, right? This and the green onion, really it's just, I saved this a little bit because I can get some more topping off of that. This is all for my garnish. And then obviously we got cheese, right? But this right here, salt, pepper, and this assortment of seasonings right here go right in here like that. This should be the only thing that you left with. Right, so usually I put it in when I do crock pot and I'm taking pictures of them, I put everything down in its own corner. Makes it easy, right? For me to put the names and the labels and all that stuff on there. But this time I'm gonna do it this way. You know what I mean? This will be more evenly distributed.
What are
you know what I mean? So once we have it like that,
are you going to mention?
Here, now you guys can see.
Are you gonna mention what you're adding, or do we just have to fucking guess?
Right. We go with the fresh black crack. Now some of y'all are probably thinking like, AB, you didn't put no salt and pepper or nothing inside of your ground beef. Did you notice how I did it? We got ground beef, right? And then we got everything that besides the potatoes, and you're gonna get your flavor from the beans, the sauce, and these seasonings we have right here on the top. That's what's gonna go ahead and add us flavor, you know, to our ground beef. Once we have that in there, now we're gonna add a couple of pinches of salt. Right. I like that I have a background like that so you guys can see it. Sometimes it look like I'm putting a lot of salt in there. That's not a lot of salt. 2 pinches, you guys can see it. Remember, this is granulated. You know what I mean? Kosher salt, so you guys can actually see it. Okay, folks, so look, I already got my power on, right? Now you got...
Once again, you didn't offer measurements of how much you put in.
2 ways you can do this. You can do it on low or you can do it on high. If we're gonna do it on low, we're gonna do it to 6 to 8 hours. If we do it on high, it'll be 3 to 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and set mine on high, right? We ready to eat in a few hours. So let's go ahead and hit select. Let's go ahead and put that on high. And now we set our time, right? So I think I'm gonna go with 3 hours. That'll about do it, especially since we use the, you know, the small Yukon Gold ones. Now, if you guys use Russet,
I'm done. I'm fucking done with this. I don't care. He's not giving a recipe. He's not giving times. He's not giving a temp.
Your mattress does the work for you. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
This video didn't find you by accident. This is your chance to sell your home not to a lowball buyer, but to a reputable local investor who can purchase your house in as little as 14 days, giving even agent-represented clients a run for their money. If you choose to sell...
All right, now I realise that at the age of 40, I should not be this exhilarated by anything other than the arrival of mail-order Viagra. But I'm incredibly excited today because we're taking on the oldest eating challenge in the whole of Denmark, and it's not a burger, it's not a hot dog, it's not God-forbidden English breakfast. No, sir, it is a traditional Danish delicacy, which I have not yet before tried. Let's get inside. If you look around, it's all a little bit strange, charming, but strange. They've got like caricatures over there. They've got some actually quite creepy sculptures of people with hands sticking out of the top of their bald heads. We probably can't show that on YouTube, can we? They're boobs there. Got boobs like you.
I think you're fine unless they have nipples on them. YouTube's kind of weird about the nipple thing. But that shouldn't matter to some son of a bitch like you.
I would venture to say it does not get much more Danish than this. It looks pretty Danish. I don't know that much about Danish culture, but this is probably the most authentic spot we've visited so far. We're basically on an island, surrounded by a huge lake, and it seems culturally quite unique. What else would you want from a YouTube video? We probably, actually almost certainly cannot show this, but this is like, was it an Audi TT? Yeah. Covered in what looks like Viz magazine or something, because it's full of naked caricatures, little kind of comic skits in Danish. There's actually nothing in these. I thought maybe it was, I don't know, dried sausage or something like that. Wow. Hi.
Hi and welcome. Hope you're hungry.
Very hungry, yeah, always, always hungry. This might be my favorite restaurant in the world already. Perfect. I wonder if we could do sort of a really quick montage of all the mad stuff they've got here, because there are so many quirky little knickknacks on the walls and whatnot that we almost don't have time enough to mention them. So what we'll do right now is I'm gonna cue some music. We'll show you all the funny stuff they got here. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Guess what? I don't fucking care.
and I'm taking on the tartlet record. The record is 5,
Yes.
and that's been since 2014.
Yes.
You think I can do it?
I'm not sure.
How long did it take? How long?
It was over almost 2 hours.
It took him 2 hours.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
Spoon or something?
A spoon would be good. Yeah, thank you.
For you?
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. I can go?
Yes.
All right.
Good luck.
Thank you. I'm gonna need it. All right. Oh, that's yummy. Yummy.
Think you will do it?
You hope so.
I'll do my best, man. I'll do my best.
Josh, how fun is it going to be, right? That if he does this, his gormless face is going to be on that wall forever.
Well, maybe not forever. I'm actually, this is one of those times where I sit back and I look at the food and I think that's all got to go in there. How is that going to work? Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, it's great. Oh, I don't win the money, I can see. I said 10 minutes for all.
10 minutes for all of them?
Yes.
Did you tell her to say that? Mugging me off here. All right, that's the first tart down. I'm already a little full already. These things are big. They are delicious though. I'm trying to think if there's something similar to this in England. Just like a chicken pot pie maybe.
It's almost like a reverse Greg's chicken bake. It's like an inside-out chicken bake. That's what it looks like.
But much, much better than Greg's. Five of these is no joke, man. Who is this guy? All right, 2 tarts down. All right, number 3. This is already starting to feel hard. I swear these things are getting bigger.
I reckon Prince William might be keeping his crown, you know, Josh.
See what you did there? He might not be wrong though. These things are so big. The more you break them down, the worse it looks. Look at that. It looks bigger than when I started this plate.
Oh, you look nice. If you eat this one, 6, he will eat 7. 6, 7. But he said if you eat 6, he will eat 7.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Maybe I'll just eat 8 then. Yeah, or 9 or 10. How much do these cost? 175. What is that?
So, who the fuck was that lady? His weird fairy godmother?
In English money.
£20 and 22 pence. You've got 120 quid worth of tartletter there.
That could be the most Yorkshire thing I've ever done though. 120 quid's worth of pie. That's gonna be on my gravestone. Beard Meats Food once ate 120 quid's worth of pie. Assuming I get to 120 quid's worth. Starting to feel a little full.
Halfway down.
Halfway. These are getting bigger. I'm starting to realise why they're numbered now. I feel like this is your doing. You're gonna make them slightly bigger. He's paid by the minute, that's why. He's trying to get a longer video out of me. Tart number 4.
How do they actually taste?
They taste very, very good. It's kind of hard to put your finger on it. They're really salty, but the sauce has kind of a mellow, almost sweet creaminess to it. And I've just realized, now I'm starting to slow down significantly, that there are pieces of pasta in there. I thought it was just chicken sauce, asparagus in the pie, but they're a little kind of, it's almost like a mac and cheese style thing, but it's not cheese.
You want free lunch, Josh?
Yes, please, sir.
God damn, son of a cunt. Well, I know I didn't talk to him yesterday.
You won't finish one of these.
What, really?
I'm dead certain you won't finish one.
One of it.
All right, Adam, you're 20 minutes in there, mate.
20 minutes in?
And you slowed down quite a bit.
I'm starting to see why people don't like you, you know.
You want some help?
No, because then I won't get on the wall.
Look.
Oh, it says a spoonful of love.
Yes.
Can I use?
Next one.
I can use this?
Yes.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. The spoon itself has the phrase "a spoonful of love" engraved on it. So it's sort of like she's giving me an enchanted spoon there to help get me over the line. I'll discard my regular spoon in favor of the enchanted spoon. All right, that's 4 tarts. Oh, come on. The creamy sauce is starting to get to me a little now, especially as it cools. You're supposed to do this one at a time, and I'm starting to realize why.
That's the technique, if you ask me. If I were a professional eater, I'd have mashed it all together. Rather than eating crispy bits of flaky pastry. The champ is here. Got like spur him on. It's in the contract.
Come on. What we should remark upon is that this is actually the record equaling tart. We're not there yet. That's just to equal the record. All right, that's 5 or thumb. This is the record-breaking tart. Finish this, and I've broken the 12-year record. Ain't been easy. You see, this is the tactic. This is what I should have been doing from the start, in your opinion.
I think if I were in the comments, I'd have been saying, like, mash that over, try and get it all sort of, like, to come together rather than watching you eat flaky pastry. But hey, what do I know?
Oh, right, come on.
Can I have a picture?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
2 weeks ago,
Yes.
I had an argument.
Good.
Come try our creamy chicken asparagus, as modelled by Beard Meats Foods Beard. Sort of starting to think, maybe I need to put some daylight between me and this young whippersnapper.
If you do one more of these, the drinks are on me tonight.
So if I do 7, you're buying drinks?
Deal.
All the drinks I want?
As many as you want.
Yeah, we can shake on it? All right, come on.
You could drink as much as you could eat as well. Could be expensive. Disgusting, right?
Yes, it is.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you like number 7 now?
You read my mind. Let's do it.
Yes.
That was such a bad idea. 6 is enough. It's number 6.
Number 7.
The new champ.
Thank you.
There's your prize, mate.
You buy 6, you get 1 free.
You look here and read what's this for you.
Oh, it says, I forking love you. That's forking for the YouTube censors out there. It is like an old-fashioned sort of RPG in a tavern somewhere, giving me like enchanted weapons in order to conquer the foe that lies before me. Yeah, he ain't so bad. This is how we going, man. This should be piping hot though now.
But it's fucking hot.
So essentially, you don't even come up with your own bad jokes now. You just steal them from the cutlery. Oh. It feels like just over £1 per plate. Maybe £1.25. Could be £1.50. Hard to tell at this point. The mad thing is, it actually still tastes good. It's hard to eat now, but it still tastes good.
Go!
All right, this is Baby Spoon. And that was Cafe Alro's Danish tart record. I think maybe.
Alright, the guy who doesn't have a fucking bottom to his stomach wins again. Alright, next.
Cash by Wells Fargo, the deliberately simple business credit
I
card.
have to pee.
Let's take a picture with it. Everybody get.
Fit everyone in with iPhone 17 Pro.
Today we're going to make pasta alla Zozana. This is a delicious Roman pasta dish that you might not have heard of. It's a mashup of amatriciana.
I'll be right back. Have to pee. Getting old, getting sleepy. Getting old, getting sleepy.
To Chud's Barbecue, my name is Bradley Robinson, and today I'm going to show you how I made these. Beautiful, delicious, smoky, beefy, cheesy, tender, amazing carne guisada taco. That's right, folks, we're taking a chuck roast, throwing some smoke on it, braising it down, making some freshly made flour tortillas for the ultimate Cinco de Mayo. Coming up.
Later.
This is some meat.
From Walmart, I believe.
Dry. And what I've got here is a chuck
By
roast.
the way, never, yeah, actually, good advice. Always pat your fucking dry meat. Your
It's an
meat
absolutely
dry.
beautiful looking chuck roast. Good amount of intramuscular fat in there. Pretty thick, nice and meaty.
Especially if it's your boyfriend and you give him a fucking hand job.
But you could use whatever cut you like. You know, beef cheeks would work really well, short rib, any tough braising cut, even stew meat would probably work out well for what we're doing today. And that's because today we're taking a look at carne guisada. And if you're unfamiliar, carne guisada is a Tex-Mex kind of South.
It's carne asada!
Texas meat stew of sorts, where you get some really tender braised down beef in a pretty thick beefy gravy with some other veg and aromatics and spices. It's typically served either as a stew alongside some beans and rice with some tortillas, or just as straight up tacos. And with Cinco de Mayo upon us, I'm in the mood for some good tacos. I like tender, shreddy beef, and this one shouldn't take too long and should be pretty easy. So first things first, we gotta go ahead and get this meat cubed up into some little bite-sized pieces. You can make these as big or as small as you like. And honestly, a lot of this is probably gonna end up as shredded meat anyway, so you can kind of choose your own adventure at this point, but I'm thinking something like that, little chunk, a 1 by 1 inch maybe. These are definitely gonna shrink up on us, so I'm gonna make them a little bit bigger than I want them to actually be. And I'm probably just gonna leave all this fat in there. It'll just add to the braise. And just like that, all cubed up, looking very nice, great marbling on there, and should cook up perfectly. And typically,
yeah, I've seen something about that story.
at this point, you're going to see a lot of people taking their meat and browning it off in a pot, then throwing in some veg and other aromatics and spices, topping that with beef stock and letting it braise away. But, as I always say, you can get a lot better flavor on a barbecue pit or a grill than you can in the bottom of a pot. And I think injecting a little bit of barbecue flavor into this dish can only help us out. So I'm going to get this seasoned up. And today, my rub of choice is some Chud's Barbecue Bold, previously known as Chud's Barbecue Steak Rub. And when we made this, it was primarily designed for steak, hence the original name. But once we started using it, it quickly became one of our absolute favorite rubs on the shelf for steaks, red meat, but honestly for absolutely everything else. Vegetables, eggs. I use this rub probably more than any other rub in the collection, and everyone that tries it seems to absolutely love it. So we decided to change the name so it's a little more inclusive as opposed to just being labeled for steak, and really focus on the bold flavor and make it a bigger size because I burn through this stuff. Highly recommend it, chudsbarbecue.com. Thank you for supporting your local Chud. And I tend to think about it like an SPG plus, right? Because it's got salt, pepper, garlic, but it's also got some other bold flavors in there, some umami boosters, and some other secret ingredients that really enhance the flavor of your meat or whatever you're cooking, and it's just very pleasant. Highly recommend it. But of course, you could use whatever rub you like, just salt and pepper would be fine. Again, this is going into a braise, so you could probably get away with just not seasoning the meat at all, and just adding some seasoning at the end. But it's always good to start building those layers of flavor. Just getting everything tossed around, trying to get these as evenly coated as possible. And that is looking pretty much perfect to me. Let's go ahead and fire up the pit.
I want to buy your house. I can pay you cash for your house, no matter what condition it's in. If you need to sell your house for any reason, click the link in this video to see if my offer is right for you.
Got the old Chud grill fired up for some nice hot and fast grilling, and simply enough, on the pit we go. But you could get these cooked off however you like. You could throw these on the offset or the Chud box, get some smoky flavor, direct heat flavor, whatever you like. But for me, I'm just trying to get some browning on these, get them grilled off a little bit, build up some Maillard, get a little charcoal flavor, and I might throw a wood chunk in here at some point to get a little bit of smoky flavor going. But really, just gonna let these cook for, I don't know, 5-10 minutes or something like that. Probably shut the lid.
I love this. They try to tell me he outworks me, and Jake didn't broadcast for 2 fucking weeks.
Stop!
Whatever, you know your fucking anime, sorry saga shit.
God. This guy, you give him one fucking more as he's holding his left side, you fucking give him.
You're not really worth my time anymore, Jake.
To trap some smoke in there as well. Very simple grilling today, folks. Gotta love a quick and easy cook, you know what I mean? Don't have to babysit a fire or anything, just getting a nice quick hot sear. And this honestly looks really good already. It smells really good. I'll tell you what, the Chud grill is a perfect vessel for something like this because these grates are like half flat top, half grill. So it makes cooking a bunch of tiny little pieces of meat a lot easier because I don't have to worry about anything falling through. Still get all that smoky charcoal flavor. It's really good browning. Gotta love it. But after maybe about 10 minutes of grilling and everything is looking absolutely beautiful, happy with the color, I'm gonna go ahead and slide these off the heat because I don't want them to get too burnt or too crispy. Then I'm gonna take a little chunk of post oak, toss it right here, and shut this lid down and let them kind of smoke for about, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, just to add another layer of flavor. And like I said, this is a stew or a braise, so the longer...
You know, that's one of the only woods I don't like smoking with is oak. Now, granted, I will say, okay, maybe there's a strain of oak that's fucking phenomenal, but I just don't like it. For beef, I would probably choose mesquite. Hickory is another one I don't like. I don't like hickory, even for beef. Although beef's the only son of a bitch that can stand up to it.
These cook on the old grill, theoretically, the less time they'll have to spend in the braise, so this might speed things up a little bit. And while that meat smokes away for the next little bit, let's go ahead and knock out our sauce slash gravy slash braising liquid. Starting with a healthy dollop of some beef tallow, followed by our white onion. It's a big onion, 1 green bell pepper, and 2 diced up jalapeno. But I'm pretty sure the jalapenos are optional in a dish like this, but I'm thinking a little extra heat might be nice. Hit that with a little bit more of our seasoning and get those cooking down. And after about 5-10 minutes, everything is softened up, starting to take on some good color.
He has this thing in the center, but I swear to God, I've seen this cutting board complete.
Smelling very good. So I'm gonna make a little well in the middle and go in with a squeezer of some tomato paste. Get that mixed in with the tallow, let that start frying down a little bit. Followed by our garlic. Same deal, couple minutes till nice and fragrant. And then in with some all-purpose flour. Let that mix in with the fat and cook down a little bit and turn into a bit of a roux. This is gonna help thicken up the gravy, but we wanna cook the raw edge off that flour for just a minute or so. And then we'll go in with our tomatoes. The water in those will help deglaze this pot a little bit. And then in with some homemade smoky gelatinous beef stock. And once that is back up to a simmer and looking absolutely beautiful, we can go in with everything else, including some ancho chili powder, guajillo chili powder, Mexican oregano, and some cumin. And we'll toss in a few bay leaves as well. And get that all nice and mixed in. And now we go in with our beautiful smoky grilled off chunks of beef here. Still smelling incredible. And now I'm gonna pop a lid on this and let this simmer down until everything is impossibly tender. And we already got a pretty good head start on cooking that meat, so really we're just trying to let that sauce thicken up, let that meat get nice and tender, let all those flavors develop, and it really shouldn't take too long. This would also be a great recipe for the Instant Pot, but I'm currently making stock in it. So we're gonna simmer this on the stove for probably an hour, maybe 2, but I'll keep you posted. And while that simmers away, let's go ahead and knock out some tortillas. Starting with some bread flour, some baking powder, and some kosher salt. And get those all mixed up. And then we can go in with our fat. Usually I go with some Wagyu beef tallow or lard. I've done butter in the past, but my buddy Dave over at Wilson's Barbecue here on YouTube made some tortillas a while back using some butter-flavored Crisco, and he said they tasted just like the H-E-B ones. So we're gonna try it out today. Also, go subscribe to Dave. Great guy. And get that cut in. And once that's looking nice and sandy, in we go with some warm water. We're gonna let that...
Yes, go subscribe to Dave. And honestly, I think fatigue has hit me, or something has, because I'm at the end of my limit. I'm tired, and I just want to relax for the rest of the night. Good night, everyone.
You've had an empanada.